We're back with another fresh, delicious, brand new video. Donald J. Trump has finally been booked to the Fulton County Jail for life. I'm just kidding, not for life, but he has been booked finally, and we actually have a mugshot. This has been going on for a very long time. If you guys are not familiar with the case, let me go ahead and run it down for you really quickly, and you guys can catch up. Anyways, Donald Trump and 19 other of his accomplices, I guess you can call them, have been booked and charged, or at least alleged charged for trying to overturn the 2020 elections back in 2020. Now, like I said, this has been going on for a very long time. They had a deadline for tomorrow, Friday, to either turn themselves in or they're going to go and find these people. They have actually been found guilty as of now. So a couple people have already came in and turned themselves in. Rudy Giuliani and Donald Trump, they have their mugshots out now. A lot of people are upset about this, obviously. You know why I don't get really too political on this channel? But this is trending news, baby. We're here for everything. Now, Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani are out on bond right now. So they are awaiting a trial as of right now, but they've actually been booked. They've got their mugshot out, as you can see right here. Now, this is what Donald Trump had to say after he got booked into the county jail. This is the words he said to the press.
Top story tonight, breaking this evening. Former President Donald Trump was booked at a jail in Atlanta tonight, surrendering on charges he illegally schemed to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. Now, unlike his bookings on 3 other indictments, this one yielded a historic first. A mugshot of a former American president.
And his trip to Georgia was quick. He arrived in Atlanta shortly after.
And that's true. There hasn't been a president arrested since like Ulysses S. Grant back in the Civil War. It's been so long. Trump is like a huge prolific figure in the politics world, and he does have a huge, tremendous like cult-like following. So if he does get booked in jail, it's gonna be kind of funny actually, because I think he has to be in there with the security and like the Secret Service. So that's gonna be pretty funny to see if he does end up going to jail, which I doubt. He more than likely is gonna serve like house arrest. But that'll be funny if he's in jail and there's like a huge like entourage of people around him or in his cell. That's gonna look pretty silly, honestly. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think if he ever did get found guilty to the charges, he's just going to have house arrest. So this is revolutionary. I've never seen a president in my lifetime to be booked or indicted this many times, honestly, and possibly go to jail. Okay, now let's continue to what he had to say.
After 7 tonight, and was back at the airport before 8:30, where he addressed reporters on these latest charges.
What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And everybody knows it. I've never had such support. And that goes with the other ones too.
Okay, the thing about Donald Trump, and a lot of people were honestly like kind of like on his side for the reason that he's always claiming that he did nothing wrong. They're after him. It's all a scheme to get rid of him. For the last couple times that he was indicted, you know, he was just let go, set free. So everybody was kind of like, maybe he is right. Maybe there is nothing to book him for. And this is going to hurt his fan base to the core, knowing that he actually can be sent to jail for what he did. And they have criminal proof to support their case. So when Judgment Day comes and if he ends up going to jail or sentenced to a certain significant amount of time in house arrest, let's just say his supporters are going to be ravaged and gonna storm the Capitol again, probably. Who knows? We're just gonna have to wait and see. But let's continue to his speech.
They're doing is election interference. They're trying to interfere with an election. There's never been anything like it in our country before. This is their way of campaigning. And this is one instance, but you have 3 other instances. It's election interference. So I want to thank you for being here. We did nothing wrong at all. And we have every right, every single right, to challenge an election that we think is dishonest, that we think is very dishonest. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you very soon.
And
his number one claim is that the election was rigged against him, and that the votes were rigged, the voting stations were rigged against him. But Dominion actually filed a couple lawsuits on people that were claiming that everything was rigged, and they ended up winning like against Fox News and the platforms that were sued and lost, like Fox News, like I said. They actually made a statement of how the election wasn't actually rigged. So Dominion is like the company that does the polling, does the tallying of the votes, and they actually ended up winning the lawsuit for like a huge amount of money. It was crazy. So a lot of his supporters are outraged. I'm sure there's going to be protests and even have a huge outrage on the internet. But this is an unprecedented time. A U.S. former president has been booked into a county jail and awaiting a trial to see if they're guilty of trying to overturn the 2020 presidential election. Pretty wild, pretty crazy. If you're a political person, I'm sure you saw it in the news, the January 6th insurrection and all the people storming the Capitol. That's what they're talking about. So we're going to have to wait and see how long Donald Trump is going to be sentenced to jail. Is it a day? Is it a year? Is it a life sentence? Will he rot in prison? Will he be free? And everybody will be like, yeah, you're right. Maybe this was an oversight. Maybe this was just a mistake and you were right. People are against you and they're trying to silence you. We're going to have to wait and see in the next video. Anyways, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe to keep you guys up to date on other news and crazy stuff like this. Let me know down below, what do you guys think about this situation? And I'll see you all in the next delicious brand new video. Peace.